Yeah, we are here again. Yes. So, I want to believe you didn't just jump right into this. You did not just jump right into this next one. Like you took time to ponder on that assignment you were given. Please do submit it. Do submit it. Without it, okay? Let me not say anything. So I said we'll be looking at setbacks. If you allow them, they can draw you back from being a beautiful storyteller who tells story effortlessly and easily. There are just a few setbacks or a few distractions that will easily derail you if you don't take note of them. It also comes with content creation. It comes with writing, basically, because telling stories, either you're speaking or you're writing, okay? And more of content is true writing, except for now that the trend is moving towards more of video, okay? So some of the setbacks that may make you see storytelling as difficulties because you don't know if you should tell long stories or short stories. What length of story is good enough? You shouldn't bother yourself about length. For me, I think variety is the spice of life, okay? Today you do short stories, 2-3 paragraphs. Tomorrow you do something of about 6-7 paragraphs. Just experiment. And that's part of what the assignment was supposed to help you discover. Now, these persons you admire their content, are they constantly doling out long stories or short stories, or they are mixing it up, or they use audio at times, audio visuals at times, infographics? What stands out in their manner of storytelling for you? So if you really did that, you'll begin to see these varieties, how they mix up content. At times it could just be a one-liner. At times it could be a one paragraph. At times it could be, they would even warn you, lengthy posts, take time to read it, okay? Where you have quotes, you have extracts, you have facts, you have figures, you have some part of the content italicized, some of them are bolded, some are paraphrased, and all that. So if you took time to actually do that assignment, you begin to see these varieties. So don't allow that confusion set you back. Hey, I don't know if I should write long story now. Will people read it? Or if I write it short now, won't it be too short? Don't allow that set you back. Just flow. Allow it flow, okay? Secondly, especially when you're writing, at first, don't bother yourself about punctuations or grammar and all that. I'm not saying that's an excuse to put out a content with so much error. I'm saying at first, when you're drafting, because it's not the first content you put together that you actually publish. Nobody is that perfect. So when you're drafting, please just let it flow. Let it do what? Flow. At times when I want to write content, I use voice typing. Okay, so for voice typing, if I'm going to flow, I can't be putting in punctuation marks while I'm voice typing. So I just allow it flow, and then I go over to start reading again and begin to infuse the proper punctuation marks at the proper places. So also, if you're writing, don't bother yourself about if you're getting your parentheses right, or your comma is right, or you're supposed to put exclamation mark here instead of full stop. It will distract you, and you may begin to find storytelling difficult. So just allow the story flow, and then you edit your draft, edit it again, read it again, edit again before you finally put the content out there. Okay? Also, your grammar, your semantics and all that. This is not an English class, right? It's a storytelling course. So, no one is saying you should be comfortable with drab stories, with mundane things inside your content. No. What I'm saying is, don't be like someone who writes one sentence and erases it because you feel you are not starting well. You write the next paragraph and you think, no, it is not making sense. You cancel it. No. Just allow it flow. Grammar wise, Anyhow it is coming, allow it flow. When you are editing, you might realize that your last paragraph should even be the first paragraph. And then you edit. You might realize that, okay, I've written about 20 paragraphs. At the end of the day, the crux of the matter, the main meat of the story, is only in about 6-7 paragraphs. You quickly beat it down again and shorten it. So no one is saying the way you write is the way you just dump it wherever it is you're putting out your content. No. As a personal brand or a business brand, you should be conscious of the kind of content you put out, especially with storytelling. But then, make sure you edit your content before you put it out there. Alright? At times also, the length of your content is determined by the platform you want to put it. Facebook allows for very lengthy content. Twitter doesn't, right? Instagram is also has, I think, a certain level of content you can put on it, not so long, it will cut it for you. YouTube is, of course, more of videos. So the platform you're also putting out your content matters. All right, that should determine also the type of content you're creating. So a particular content that is about 10 paragraphs that you comfortably drop on Facebook, you might have to repurpose it for Instagram, and you edit it and reduce it to the normal size. You might pick a quote from it and put that one on Twitter, and then you might convert it into a video and drop it on YouTube. The same content, different lengths, different platforms. But if you had started with disturbing yourself of, what will I post today? What's the length going to be like? Should I write very length? And you would never even write. That's what we're saying. I hope you're beginning to get it. Storytelling the easy way. Now, you can't please everyone with your stories. Just be true to yourself and be true to a cause. That's why I say you should have discovered, I said earlier that you should have discovered your purpose. You should have a vision and mission statement. You should have a niche carved out already for yourself. That's a totally different training entirely. If you're taking this training and you don't have a focus point yet, you don't have a niche, you've not determined the brand message you want to be selling, then that's, of course, another training entirely. Okay, so like I was saying, you can't please everyone with your content. You may end up becoming a stranger to yourself if you want to please everyone. It's not possible. To be able to tell stories the easy way, you have to stay original. And to be original, you have to be true to yourself and true to your path and true to your course and true to what you stand for. If you want to please everybody, you will lose yourself in the process. Okay? So, whatever stories you're telling, just be true to yourself. Be sure it's edifying. Be sure it's for a particular purpose that you're ready to stand with and die for if push comes to shove. And you're good to go. Please go on out and put your content out there. Be shameless. And also be what? Shameless. You can't afford to be shy and be a storyteller. You can't afford to be shy and be able to tell stories the easy way. Shy that what happened? But still, it doesn't mean you don't have a private life. No, nobody's saying put out your whole life out there. But you can't afford to be shy and say you want to be a storyteller. How much more telling stories the easy way? Then you are joking. Shamelessly put out your stories. Shamelessly tell your story. Shamelessly own your stage. Shamelessly determine the narrative. Be bold. Be courageous. Be focused. Be shameless. And you will see that storytelling becomes second nature. Becomes easy. Just be you. Be true to yourself. Irrespective of what people say, irrespective of what you're speaking on, be original. Do not lose yourself trying to please other people. Do not bother yourself about editorial works. That's why there's an editing part of content creation, right? Of storytelling. So tell your stories first, draft it first. It might be the 10th time before you finally are comfortable with what you have to put out there. It might be the second, third, or fourth draft that will now make sense and resonate with you. Or whatever it is, do not allow those distractions. Settle in. Because once you allow them to, you might never get off your butt to write a story. How much more become a master storyteller who tells stories the easy way? I hope this makes sense, okay? Awesome. So, lastly, we'll be looking at the double tripod that helps you tell stories the easy way. I call it the double tripod, meaning we are looking at two different categories of triple items that will help you tell stories the easy way. I hope this has made sense thus far. Thank you very much for being with me.